My name is Rickard Jäverling. I live here in Stockholm. I originally come from a town called Borlänge, a bit up north in Sweden. I've recorded some albums and EPs and stuff, and I partly do music for a living. I'm also partially a teacher. I teach preschool at the moment, but now I'm actually don't work because I'm home with my kid. I used to be really influenced by like post-rock and folk music and that kind of stuff. I think that really formed my sort of way of making melodies and atmospheres and stuff. Back, I think it was around 10 years ago that oh man, it's more now actually when I think about it. But since then I don't think I really get influenced by music that much anymore, because I really feel I've kind of found my way to make my music. So now it's more of finding moods, you know, pictures in my head. My music is quite filmic in that way. I come up with something on the guitar and I have to sort of find the pictures in my head to go with it, and then yeah, so it can be it's a lot of not too much nostalgia, but I tend to think a lot about like beautiful things I've done and seen, and pay honor to the nature and stuff, you know. A lot of my songs are entitled like the name of places, and I want my music to like feed the like the semi-autistic mood that people can get into, where you get sort of disconnected from the real world, and you just escape away someplace else inside your head or to a place far away. I've been playing music a long time, but I spent a few years in Ireland in my early 20s, a decade ago, and it was there that I started to find my own music in a way. Before that I'd been playing in bands and doing like a lot of noise rock, indie rock and stuff, but this really mellow style that I do now I developed around a decade ago.
Little bird, you fly in the sky so fine. If God could only make you mine, I could ride on your back some night, just us in the bright moonlight. Oh, if it could be so, I'd bring you wherever I go. Little bird, little bird.
Swedish music scene is it's quite impressive, because Sweden is a small country and there's so many people doing good stuff. At the moment I don't have the time really to really explore the scene all that much, but like every year I get at least a few new friends who do really interesting music, and most people here are really friendly as well, and I really like to work with new people all the time. It's fun because I don't have a band, it's me, it's myself. So if I can collaborate with other artists and stuff, it kind of brings new input into my music, and a lot of people here are up for that, which is really nice. It's a helpful atmosphere, I think. A lot of good bands. A lot of bands actually, it's fun because when I first started to make this kind of like instrumental little tunes, I didn't really know of anyone else who did it, but I've discovered that there's a few people here in Sweden who do pretty much the same thing, and I think that's very interesting, you know. It's like we're not dependent on each other, but we've still developed kind of the same musical language could have something to do with the Swedish nature, or the way it gets really dark in the winter. Or I don't know. It's interesting.
Little cloud, you dance in the sky so fine. If God could only make you mine, I would keep you inside my house, and I would fall asleep so tight in your arms. Oh, if it could be so, I'd bring you wherever I go. Little cloud, little cloud.
I'm from the north, and by law we have to hate Stockholm, you know. So but I'm getting used to it now. You discover when you live here that it's dynamic, you know. You can find these really nice places and nice scenes around, you know. I basically just like to hang out in, you know, around home, nice places like this, you know, and meet some friends sometimes and go see some bands. And there's a lot of good places that have bands and stuff, so it's a good place.